Dear candidates, in this short video, I am going to use device 1 to launch the exam. So after seeing this video, you will know what you need to do on your device 1 to be able to launch the examination. So right now I am doing this on a laptop or a PC, but the same process needs to be followed if you're using a mobile or a tablet. So first, you can see on your admit card that you need to go to the online admission portal niftadmissions.in, from where you will get the link to the online exam. So I'm going to click on this and I will land up at a portal, your admission portal. Right now, this online entrance examination link may not be active on the portal because it will become active a day before the mock and subsequently a day before the actual examination. The same thing will become active. So, but I'm going to show you how the process is going to work. So when you go to the online admission portal landing page, you are going to get a block online entrance examination where you need to key in your roll number. So the roll number which is mentioned over here in your admit card, this is the roll number that you need to use to go to the online entrance examination on device 1. So you open device 1, you go to the online admission portal, come over here in this block online entrance examination, and then you can type your roll number. I'm going to type just something as a dummy roll number right now, but you need to use what is given on your admit card, and then you can press submit to reach your reach your entrance examination portal. So when you come to this page, the page will do mandatory checks on your system. When it does so, it will ask for permissions. So make sure you give the permissions which are being asked. So right now the site has asked for microphone, and so I have to use allow. Don't do block. If you do block, then you are going to face trouble and your test will not launch. So I'm going to do allow here. Now I have reached the login page. Okay. Now in the login page, I need to use the user ID and password, which is mentioned over here. So this is the user ID and this is the password. Remember, you should take a printout of this admit card so that it is readily available to you and you don't need to move anywhere else. So remember the user ID, remember the password, take a printout of the admit card. So over here again, I'm using something dummy, but you need to use your roll number or the username which is there on the admit card and the password which is there in the admit card. So once you do that, you need to press sign in. So when you press sign in, you are going to get a screen like this. So now I'm going to explain what each section in the screen means. So here, of course, there are simple instructions and which you need to follow and keep in mind. There will be also a hotline number mentioned over here. Don't get bothered and try to note this number. This is dummy, but when you log in, you are going to see the hotline number. This hotline number will become active on the date of the mock exams and will be active on the date of the actual exam. And there will be a large number of people who will be available to receive your call on this hotline number so that you get assistance at the earliest and you don't need to wait. So this is what will be available in the instructions over here. Then just below the instructions, you are going to find the list of subjects or the papers which you need to take. Of course, some of you are supposed to take 2 exams, but since each exam is one by one, that is, you have 1 paper in each shift. So you are going to see only one of these papers active during a particular shift. Right now, because this is a demo session, I have both of them available, but you are going to see either the GAT test or the CAT test depending upon which shift you are logging in and which test you are supposed to take based on the schedule given in the admit card. So if the timing for the shift and for CAT is in the morning, then when you log in the morning, then you are going to see only the CAT test. And in the afternoon, when you log in, you are going to see only the GAT test, right? So you are going to see one paper, and once you see this paper, you will click on it. When you click on it, you will see a screen like this, and over here will be the basic instructions. This is the mock, so over here it's just mentioned that this is a mock examination to make you familiar, and the duration and the questions of this mock examination have no relation with the actual admission examination. So the actual admission examination is going to work based on the timings in your admit card. So the duration of the test, when it will start, when it will end, are all mentioned on the admit card. This is just a practice exam, so you are going to see a different number of questions. Don't get puzzled. This is got no relation with your actual examination, and the total time is also going to show something different. Again, don't get worried with this time. This is only to make you familiar with the whole test process. So once you log in, you have exam instructions, you have the basic information of your exam, and which you can check, and then you need to press on check camera and browser. So when you click on this, the application is going to scan your entire system and also check your camera and your browser for anything which it finds is not allowed or not compatible. So I'm going to press on this right now. So as you can see, it's made a check about all the things which are required, and if everything is fine, you are going to get 5 green ticks over here. Now I'm going to show you if suppose uh, any one of this is not available, say uh, you know you don't have camera available, then what is going to happen? So I have disabled the camera. Now I'm going to check camera and browser, and quite clearly you're giving a webcam permissions, a cross mark has come. That means that your webcam permissions are not available, and that is why you're not able to see any picture over here, and you're going to get a single cross mark over here. Similarly, if you use a different browser instead of the Chrome browser, then you will going to get a cross mark over here. So depending upon what is wrong with your system, different cross marks are going to appear, and only once you correct them that you will be able to move forward. So here, since the camera is blocked, so you can go over here and you can allow, and then press on done, and then you need to refresh again. So I'm going to do that, and now right, so now it's all allowed, and once it is allowed, I click on take photo. So here it will do take a photo, it will match the photo with your registered photo, and if everything goes smoothly, you will be thrown back to the exam page, only with a little bit of a difference. When you scroll down, you see that the button has changed. Instead of check camera, which you have already performed, now the button reads set second device. So with this, you are set to pair your second device. How are you going to pair it? I'm going to show subsequently. But in this video, I wanted to cover how you can use device 1 to reach the examination portal and check your camera and your system. And once that checking is done, you are going to see this button which says set second device. So now I will press on set second device, and when I do that, you will see a screen like this, And in this screen, you have a special QR code. This QR code is for pairing device 2. So remember, you need two devices. This entire activity which I was showing in this video is being done on device 1. And now is the time to use your device 2 to pair with device 1. Remember, device 2 needs to have a special app, and that name of the app is You Can Assess. So once you have downloaded the You Can Assess app, you need to go inside the dashboard, click on pair device, and once you click on pair device, it will ask you to scan the QR code, and this is the QR code that you need to scan using device 2. So I'm going to scan this right now, and the moment I scan it, on my device 2, the proctoring and the camera starts, and look what has happened here. The screen has come back, but now I am getting the start exam button. Remember that the exam is going to start only at the defined time. But once you reach the start exam button, that means you have done your camera verification process. You have done the system checks. You have done the face verification and the face recognition with your registered photo, that matching has happened, and your device 2 is now paired, and you need to place device 2 like it was shown before. Remember, in case anything goes wrong, you can always repeat this process. In case you get accidentally logged out, you can log in again and do this process to enter back into the examination. Of course, in case this has happened in the middle of the exam, you need to log in immediately. Only a limited time will be provided for you to log in back. If you press start exam and the exam is not started, it will tell you that please wait for the exam to get started. And once the test time is on and it is already started, when you press on start exam, then you will be entering into the examination screen. Now this examination screen on the left hand side is your navigation window, and you can click on any question to go directly to that question, or you could press on previous, or you could press on next to be able to navigate through the questions. Over here are some statistics which can help you during the exam. That is how many questions you have visited out of the total, how many you have not visited, how much time is left. Everything is available over here. And if you mark a question marked for review, it's just like a bookmark. It tells the system that you would want to come back to this question and review the answer later, and on the navigation panel those questions will turn red. So you can immediately click on the red questions, come back and check the answers of these questions just before the time might be getting over. How do you choose the answers? That is simple. You can click on any of the radio buttons, or you could click on the option itself, and that option will get selected with a green circle. That means that you have selected this as the answer. Since questions in this test have a negative marking, so in case you make a mistake and you want to now abstain from answering, then you could choose skip question. Of course, you could go to a different question. Here I have not answered anything. If I just simply go to next, then I would have skipped this question. Whether you use previous and next to move, or whether you choose the navigation at the left, your answers, whichever ones you have selected, are going to get saved the moment you move away from the screen. Once you reach the last question, you are going to see the save and finish button. Remember, if you click on save and finish button, you would have submitted your exam, the exam would end, and you will not be able to change the answers, review the questions, or do anything more in the test. So click on save and finish only when you're sure that you have finished your test. If you click on save and finish before, then your test will get locked out and you will not be able to attempt anything else, even though you might have time left. So be sure that you don't do that in the middle of the exam. Once the exam is over, you can log